$678 extra each and every month for Social Security in 2024. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to share with you the details of a new report that was released suggesting Social Security beneficiaries should be getting $678 more on average every single month above and beyond your regular monthly benefit. That's a lot of extra money, nearly $700 more per month above and beyond how much you're already getting. Now let's be real for a second. Would that be life-changing for the average beneficiary? I think we can all probably agree nearly $700 more per month would be absolutely life-changing for a lot of people. That would be really, really nice, but I do want to share with you the details of this report and talk about the details of how they arrived at this $678 per month on average, and why is it only that? Why is it not more? But yet at the same time, why are beneficiaries not getting this amount, and what can they do to actually change this and make sure that this money starts going out to these beneficiaries? A lot of great questions, and what I want to focus on here in the video, as well as all the details of that report here in this video. Let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you have not done so yet, please make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. The subscribe button is waiting down there for you. Make sure to hit that if you have not done so yet, as it is a very, very busy time, and I guarantee you, like I said before in other videos, 2024 is the year of Social Security. It is going to be very, very busy. I guarantee it. Just wait and see. It is going to be crazy, crazy busy with all the things going on in 2024 around Social Security. Not only that, make sure to hit the like button down below, the thumbs up button there as well. That's waiting for you. And again, it is totally free. It gives me anonymous feedback on videos like this, and it helps other people find this video to find this very valuable information. Again, thanks so much. Subscribe and like the video down below. Let's get into it and talk about this $678 on a monthly basis extra above and beyond. Why are beneficiaries not getting this? Who dropped the ball, and what do they need to do to start implementing this extra money into benefits for beneficiaries? Because you could certainly use that money, especially right now and over the last few years here, as inflation has been through the roof, making things very, very expensive for virtually everybody and making it really tough for fixed income beneficiaries. All right, so get this. Now, obviously, we know the COLAs come in from Social Security each and every year, or most years, right? Now, obviously, not every single year we get a COLA. Now, the last few years here, COLAs have been a little bit higher than they generally are, right? So obviously 2024, 3.2%, 2023, 8.7%, 2022, 5.9%, 2021, 1.3%, but over a 10-year span of time, the average Social Security COLA is 2.8%. So as you can see here, the last few years have actually been a little bit higher than the average of 2.8%, right? Now again, obviously we want a lot more than that, but remember, the COLA is calculated off of the CPIW, Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of different CPI data readings, okay? This is just one of them. However, let me briefly talk about this. I've discussed the details before in other videos, but let me just discuss this for a second here, okay? Now, some lawmakers, and they've been talking about this for a very long time, okay? This is not new information, but they want to change it to the CPIE. Now, generally, not every single year, but generally the CPIE runs a little bit hotter because this actually more accurately tracks the expenses of fixed income beneficiaries, those people aged 62 and older, okay? It's this the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, okay? That's what that stands for, CPIE. Now, here's the thing. Remember, the way that they run the calculations right now is based on the third quarter on a year-over-year basis. They basically compare inflation on the third quarter, and then they take the difference, and that's what the COLA is. Okay, now obviously it's a little bit of a formula. We don't need to go through the details here in this video, but that's how they determine it. Now get this. Over long periods of time, remember, the CPIE generally runs a little bit hotter. Not much, a few tenths of a percent here and there, and over long periods of time, it translates into a lot of extra money. Now, the report comes in and it shows this much. Going back to the year 2000, okay, so what, like 24 years ago, right? Well, not quite 24 years ago, but you basically know what I'm saying. So going back to 2000, the year 2000, good old Y2K, remember that one, right? When everybody thought computers are going to go bust and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty funny, right? That was kind of funny. Anyway, so going back to the year 2000, here's what they found. The purchasing power of Social Security benefits have lost 36% just in that amount of time, simply because inflation has been outpacing the COLA, and the COLA is obviously not keeping up. We know this, okay? This is no surprise to anybody. However, benefits have lost 36% of purchasing power, okay? Let's just say this much. Benefits, let me say it a different way, I should say. Benefits should be 36% higher, okay? Let me give you the math on this really quickly, okay? Let me give you a quick example first before I do, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here, okay? Basically, benefits have lost 36% of purchasing power. In other words, a $1,000 benefit is basically the equivalent of $640 now, okay? You kind of see what I'm saying? So $1,000 is basically the equivalent of $640. That's the difference there. So benefits should actually be 36% higher. A $1,000 monthly benefit should actually be $1,260, 36% higher, okay? $360 higher than that. Now, let me run some different numbers for you really quickly here. In 2024, the average Social Security retirement beneficiary is getting $1,885 a month, okay? That is the average retirement benefit. Now, remember, like I said, benefits should be, according to this report here, 36% higher, okay? Now, as a result of that, let's run the math on that. Taking a $1,885 monthly benefit, multiplying it by 1.36, which would be a 36% increase to benefits, because that's where benefits should be, because they are basically not keeping up with inflation over the last roughly 24 years now, and as a result of that, benefits should be 36% higher. Well, running the numbers on that would give the average Social Security beneficiary, as of right now, $2,563 a month is how much benefits really should be as of right now if they actually would have kept up with real inflation. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, exactly, okay? Because of the COLA not keeping up with real inflation, a few tenths of a percent each and every year, 5 tenths here, 1.2% there, 3 tenths there, 8 tenths of a percent there, 1.5% there, over the last 24 years, well, now we've lost 36% of benefits, okay? Well, as a result of that, like I just said here, the average Social Security retirement beneficiary should be getting $2,563 right now. But remember, like I said, the average beneficiary is getting $1,885, a difference of $678 a month, or $8,136 a year, okay? $8,136 a year. That's crazy, okay? You can practically buy one of those really cheap cars with that, right? A brand new car, I mean. Okay, that'd actually buy you a pretty nice used car. $8,100 would probably get you a pretty decent used car these days. My point is, that's a lot of money every single year, okay? That's every single year. Now remember, calculate this over the course of your lifetime. You're talking a lot of money, okay? You're basically your lifetime earnings out of Social Security, you're talking a serious amount of money now, okay? Even if you collect Social Security for, say, 10 years, 20 years, something like that, you're talking a lot of money. 80 grand, 160 grand over 20 years. That's a lot of money. That's serious, right? That's a lot of money for a lot of people, okay? Anyway, now one more thing that I want to throw out there really quickly. It makes me wonder a little bit, is this maybe by design? Do you think that maybe the Social Security COLAs are calculated off of the CPIW versus the CPIE, maybe by design? Now, what do I mean by that? Let me explain really quickly. We all know that there's this Social Security insolvency issue, right? They're all talking about, oh, it's going to be broke, it's going to be out of money, the trust funds are going to be empty here relatively soon, and that means we'll need to cut benefits by 21, 23, 25%, something like that, okay? Okay, but remember this. If they would have made these adjustments to the COLA from the CPIW to the CPIE, say 24 years ago, back in 2000, then remember, all these benefits would be higher on average for the average beneficiary because of all this. Now, again, remember, it means that the trust fund would have been drawn down faster. We probably would have already hit insolvency at this point. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it kind of makes me wonder, is this maybe done by design, as in they're purposely not changing the COLA and the way that it's calculated from the CPIW to the CPIE simply to adjust for insolvency because they knew this was coming? I don't know, right? Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist right now in this video. I don't know. I'm just simply saying. Maybe this is all on purpose, okay? I don't really know if it is or not. I'm just simply saying, or maybe it's just laziness out of lawmakers not coming together and changing this one little aspect that would change benefits in a major way for beneficiaries over long periods of time. Now, I do want to emphasize really quickly, this would not change benefits in a major way one single year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it would not make much of a difference to benefits. The difference is compounding over long periods of time. That is where the money comes in, okay? So even though the CPIE versus the CPIW only changes, say 0.5%, 0.2%, maybe 1% a year difference, my point is, long periods of time, compounded, that's where the money comes in, okay? It's long periods of time. Time and compounding is where this gets very, very powerful and where the real money comes in and where this $678 on a monthly basis is actually coming from, okay? It's not like that's over a 1 year period of time. No, that's 24 years of compounding and a few tenths of a percent here and there. That's the difference. You see that? So anyway, there's many pieces of legislation that are out there right now on the table to change the way that the COLA is calculated. They haven't done it yet, obviously, because lawmakers would be prancing around, patting themselves on the back, acting like we did a big thing. We're heroes, right? They'd be acting like they did, the service of the decade if they would have done this, which would honestly be a really good thing. It would help out beneficiaries in a major way over long periods of time. But at the end of the day, they still haven't done it yet. But this is something that is encompassed within a lot of pieces of legislation out there to change the way that the COLA is calculated. It's one very, very simple thing that they could do, which why they haven't done it yet is kind of confusing. I don't really know. I don't have an answer for you. I wish I had a better answer for you as far as why they haven't done it yet, other than it makes me think maybe, like I explained a minute ago, maybe this is all being done on purpose because they know it's just going to lead to faster insolvency, and that means they have to work then. Do they want to work? Well, I don't know, right? It would seem like they don't really want to, considering they've done nothing to change Social Security and to make sure that it is, solvent for many more years into the future. But again, we'll have to see what happens here. That's why I've said 2024 will be very, very, very busy with Social Security. I guarantee it because of all of these points coming together right now. And the next administration is going to have a big burden on their shoulders, which is called reforming Social Security before it's literally too late, okay? That's why I keep saying 2024 is going to be incredibly pivotal. Anyway, hope this one helps you, but again, I want to break down the details of this report, what it all means here, what you can see from this, and how we really should be getting a lot more every single month, but they stiffed us because they didn't make a simple adjustment to the COLA, which they could have done very easily, and they still can do. It would take about 3 sentences of legislation. That's about it. It would take them literally no time to write this. They could have a first grader write it. Seriously, it would take no time at all. It'd be so easy for them to do. Anyway, I'll keep you posted as I get more information on anything going on right now. It's a very busy time. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. And of course, make sure to hit the like button or the thumbs up button down below. It gives me feedback on videos like this, and again, it helps other people find this information so they can also see what is really going on with your Social Security benefit. Anyway, enjoy your day. Hope this helps you, and I'll catch you again later.